How do you see the small business environment in America right now?
Well, there's 31.5 million small business owners. 97% fail every 10 years, 2/3 fail in the first 5. And that's before all the policy shifts and changes and the devaluation of money in the last 3 or 4 years. It was already hard enough to stay in business. Now it's super difficult.
Yeah. What are some of the challenges that you're seeing people face on a regular basis?
If you buy anything and resell it, the cost of buying whatever you're reselling has gone up dramatically. The regulatory environment's putting you in a position where you have to pay your labor significantly more. The FTC is trying to get non-competes to go away. So just the environment as a small business owner to be able to build your business, scale it, grow it, you need people. And you can't have your people stealing your IP and going and starting their own business. And so there's a lot of headwinds if you're a small business owner. And that would range between a $1 million business owner to a $125 million business owner. So not having the tools, the resources, or be able to hire in the expertise because of the cost of great people, it's just a very difficult environment right now.
How do you see that playing out over the rest of the year with an election?
Well, it's a good question. The environment as a small business owner in the last 4 years has been one of the toughest environments I believe I've ever seen. And I've been in business now for 35 years. I think the election, whenever there's uncertainty, it's harder. When there's at least certainty, you can learn to play within the rules. It's very difficult now because the rules keep changing. And I think people would just like to know what are the rules, how to play by them, not have a bunch of IRS agents coming after small business owners. Just the environment is scary and difficult for the average business owner.
What would be your advice for small business owners that are living in this environment right now and sort of waiting to see the outcome of the election?
Yeah, well, I would say to all small business owners and medium-sized business owners, the first thing you need to do is get your accounting figured out. Really get your numbers dialed in so you know what's happening within your business. It doesn't matter if there's an election or no election or what the environment is. The quality of the financials in most small businesses are so poor, they can't make good decisions and they can't make them quickly. So I would always say in all environments, get your numbers dialed in, especially with the IRS. They're going to come after people who aren't tracking their numbers well and expensing correctly. So remove all that risk and remove the risk of flying blind by not knowing what your numbers are. And if you know what your numbers are, you know where to allocate your money and you know what to invest in.
Yeah, you don't mess with the IRS. That's a really good lesson. Let's end on a high note.
Yes.
What would be something that you're really excited about for small business owners and other investors that you're working with as well on all sides of Cardone Ventures?
Yeah, so here's the flip side. There's never been a better time in the history of being in small business because there's so many competitors that are going to be struggling. There's so many people that are uncertain that if you've got your act together, you have your systems in place, and you're paying attention to your numbers and you can align your people, most of the competitors, there's $5 trillion worth of wealth transfer happening in the next 8 years, and there's nobody to exit to. So a good operator in small business, this is going to be one of the largest growth opportunities in the history of being in business.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for your insights today at the Milken Institute, and we're so happy to have you here with Worth Magazine.
Yeah, thank you for having me on the show.